What is up, guys? This is Like Crypto here, and today I'm gonna be reviewing the new Web3 game that has been in the news headlines in the last week or so, and that is, of course, Pudgy Party Battle Royale. And this is based on the Pudgy Penguins IP, which started out as an NFT collection, then it branched out to secondary NFT collections, and then they started producing toys and merchandise, and then they acquired Frame, which became the abstract chain, and now they are essentially working on a lot of other big things and collaborations, and of course, games. Now, this is being created and published by Mythical Games, which is a Web3 gaming company. They are known from NFL Rivals and Blancos, which we have covered in the channel in the past, which didn't really do that well. I believe they kind of went to maintenance mode and decided that, hey, we're going to be launching this game on mobile instead, contrasted to consoles and PC. And then they also had this FIFA Rivals coming out apparently this summer. Now, the Pudgy Party is essentially very similar to the Fall Guys game. So essentially, you're going to be going through these puzzle tracks with 20 other players, and there's going to be essentially 3 rounds. And in every round, there's going to be basically a form of elimination happening. So part of the players are going to be eliminated on that road until there's going to be the final round, which is only consisting of 4 people. And then there's going to be one winner on it. So it's basically a fun party game. You can play it with your friends, as there's a friend system. There's also a referral program, by the way. So in case you're going to be joining, you can add this referral code inside the application. As of right now, it is available on Android and iOS, and my review is wholly based on the Android version of the game. Currently, there's over 100,000 downloads already for the game, which is a bit sus, as currently the Google Play Store shows there's only 20 reviews for the game, which is very, very low amount contrasted to how many downloads there's actually for the game. Now, that could be also for the reason that there was this SBT, which is this special token, essentially, from the Pudgy Penguins team that you could acquire in case you're going to be pre-installing the game early. And there's currently no crypto integrations in the game, although all the things that you're going to be obtaining inside the game, like the skins and everything, will be available on the actual marketplace on the Mythical Games website. So that is going to be quite interesting. And that means that when you're going to be playing this game and when you're going to be acquiring these items, they are actually going to be NFTs. And they were giving out this Batman costume thing at Comic-Con. And that is already like people are, I believe are already selling that stuff. And I think it's just going on pretty good prices. So congratulations to people that basically got that stuff. And just in case, guys, you are going into a lot of these gaming events, there tend to be a lot of like Web3 developers at those events. And they usually give out like very exclusive keys and things, which can be very, very valuable. And that was the case when I went to Gamescom and I got like Illuvium stuff, which ended up being very, very valuable down the line. Now, in terms of the game, there's a lot of progression systems. So as you kind of like play through the game, you're going to be eventually getting a season pass. And just like in every other game today, there is a free version of that season pass, and then there is a paid version. And the paid version is, I believe, $2.99 in euros. So it's quite affordable in terms of a season pass, contrasted to a lot of other games, like let's say Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch. I think those are usually priced at like $9.99, so $10 for the season pass. So one of the things I want to really emphasize here from an investment point of view, because obviously there's going to be people who are going to be playing it for fun, and then there's going to be people playing it for fun and also for potential money. And the thing here is that the first collection is obviously going to have exclusive items which are not going to be available down the line. So making an actual investment in this game early on and acquiring these early items, which may not be available down the line, will be very valuable in the future in case the game is going to be kicking off. And, the Pudgy Penguins, continues to be excessive striving force in Web3. Now, let's talk about the game itself. So there are a couple of different maps in the game. I don't know. There's maybe like 7 or 8, which is relatively a good amount. Obviously, there needs to be more of them because in Fall Guys, there's maybe like 20, 30. And even in that game, I would argue that there should be more. And yes, I think most of them are kind of like more race-based. And then there's a couple of ones which have objectives like staying alive and don't get knocked off. And one of the things that makes it different from Fall Guys is that when you are getting these costumes also have different abilities, which are going to be giving you different benefits into those battles and fights that you're going to be going through the game. So it's not exactly pay to win, but it's definitely, and there might be certain costumes which give you abilities which are extremely strong. So that's something that you need to really understand. So there's kind of a power up system here, which is interesting. And then there's also like it's not exactly the same gameplay as Fall Guys, as there's also double jumping functionality. So it feels more like perhaps more like Mario meets or not really Sonic, but like Mario or some other platformer that has attacking abilities meets Fall Guys. So it's slightly different in terms of that. Now, obviously, it is only available on mobile devices right now, which is not something I like playing. I don't like playing on mobile, especially something that is action oriented like this. It might be a lot more easier to play and move the camera if you are actually working on bigger screens. So maybe you have an Android tablet or something like that. Obviously, you have the opportunity to install it on BlueStack emulator, and that's going to be giving you edge. There might be certain rewards and tournaments and promotions which are going to be rewarding the best players. So you kind of want to maybe have a bit of an edge. And obviously, there's already existing controllers that you can combine with your phone and all that type of stuff. I've been basically testing this on my Solana Seeker phone. So in case you didn't see my review of that earlier, I'm gonna link that in the corner of this video. But ultimately, like in terms of the gameplay, it is pretty smooth. I think the only problem that I really have with the game maybe is that if I would be playing it long term, I would definitely want more maps. And the second thing is that, yeah, the controls kind of suck on a small screen. It's not very fluent movement, and maybe it's not responsive. Maybe I'm just not used to this control scheme, which is really annoying. Maybe I need to get like a controller that I can bundle up with my phone that makes the gameplay a lot more smoother and easier for me. But overall, it's okay. And there's a lot of progression systems. And one of the interesting things about is that all in the maps, there's also these pink fishes in those maps, and those are going to be giving you points and unlocks in the multiple different progression systems. So there is a lot of progression, different things, and there are daily quests. No, actually, there's no daily quests, but there are a lot of different things that you can progress inside the game and level up. So once you're going to be playing the game, there are many ways to like basically how you improve and get better. So I think overall, like there's a lot of potential for this game, but eventuality has to be a desktop version. I think that is undeniable that I want a desktop version of this game. I want to play it on desktop. I don't want to play it on mobile, not on a small screen, because it's not very fluent and you can't really play like a pro on a phone. That's my personal opinion on that. But I want to emphasize that yes, this game has a lot of potential. I think the graphics are good. It's not really, I mean, it's obviously heating the phone a bit, but it's not like there's no frame rate issues. There's not like login problems or queue problems. Like it didn't seem like any types of bugs whatsoever. It's really about the controls where the negatives are at this point, and what type of monetization will it have onwards, and will it be actually sustainable for the long run? Like, are the NFTs like how they're going to be approaching into this, all that stuff? Because the problem with Mythical games too is that Mythical games actually enforces KYC on their platform. So hopefully the NFTs that I get into the game, I can just move into my abstract account and I can trade them there with my abstract. Right now, there doesn't seem to be any form of crypto login in the game. Hopefully, they are going to be adding something like that in their future. But I probably might do more like a post-release review at some point, see where the game is at. The queue times are pretty good right now, so you get into games pretty fast. So it's pretty nice. And for a Web3 game, especially on mobile, it's probably the best mobile Web3 game that I have ever played. And in terms of like all the Web3 games in general, like if this was on PC, I think it would be probably like up there with like Off the Grid and things like that. But what do you think about this game? Have you tried it out? If you're going to be trying it, make sure to use my referral link, which I'm also going to be listing down below in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more reviews on the channel. Cheers.